Hi everyone and welcome. Yvette here with iCarillo Designs. I hope you guys are doing well this evening. I see that there's a few of us out there. I'd like to for you guys to say hello. If you can hear me and see me well, I would really appreciate that. And we're just going to give the chat just a few minutes and see who's out there, and then we can get started. So there seems to be a lag. Someone's telling me I have someone in the background set up with a computer letting me know what's going on. So we will be starting here momentarily. I see that there's a few of us here. So, and right now it might be coming up in just a second here. Wonderful. So welcome once more. Yvette here with iCarillo Designs. I hope you guys are doing great this evening. I want to thank you for tuning in and sharing this evening with me. Today we will be venturing into more backgrounds with some cool techniques. So we're going to get started with actually jelly printing this evening. And let me show you what I have. If you look at my past videos, you've seen that I have a couple of videos with the larger jelly plate, but I just got in my new jelly plate, which is a circle one, and I want to break it in with you guys. So this is an 8x8, and it's for mono printing, and it's circular, as you can see. So I'm going to start off kind of like, if you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure you guys know all about jelly printing, but for those of you that may not know, it's basically a plate that's made out of this jelly substance, and you throw paint on here and you make all sorts of cool backgrounds. And that's what we're here for this evening, for the Journey into Background series. So let me get started by showing you a couple of things. Let's do some housekeeping with it per se. So with your jelly plate, number one thing that you want to do is try to keep it clean. And the way that I do that is by just spritzing water on it with just a water spritzer. I have this one that I found at a dollar store. I find a lot of stuff at the dollar store. I'm pretty thrifty with my crafting, as you guys know. And you just spritz it, and you want to clean it off with maybe a paper towel that's not very fibrous, or a baby wipe, and that's what I do. Then after you're done with it, I like to go ahead and add some, this is mineral spirits, and basically what you do is you rub it on here, and then you just put it away. It has two plastic sheets in there. Let me show you. Get this one open, and it's sandwiched between these plastic sheets like so, and you just put it back in here and put it away in a flat place, and you're done. It's pretty easy to use, and yeah, let's get started. So this evening I want to use, and like I said, they have a large one and a small one. I think this is 9 by 11 if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, does it say? It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure you can go to jellyarts.com and figure that out. But yeah. Anyway, so let's see. So what I have here is some paint. Let me grab some paints. And I am going to use some of my favorite paints in the world. And I have a big tub of them here. Let me get this out. It's these Amsterdam paints. Now, just because I'm using this, that doesn't mean that you have to go out and buy this. I actually found all of these on clearance. There was an Aaron Brothers in my area, and it was like 80% off, and I have happened to just walk in when all this paint went on sale. So I used to just buy like 1 or 2 of these, and then buy like the Crate and Barrel, the Apple Barrel, whatever it is, you know, the 99-cent one, because I don't like to spend too much on paints and things like that. But it just so happened that I walked in and all of this goodness was 80% off. So I went ahead and hang on one second, let me look at the computer for a sec and see. Yeah, anyway, and yeah, I found it at 80% off, so I was super happy, and that's what we're going to use this evening. But by all means, just let me give you a quick tip. Just if you're starting off, what you want to do is stick to maybe buying your red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purples, and maybe a black and white. And then just go into Joann or Michael's or whatever and get it on sale. And bring your family in there with coupons and just get it on sale. You don't have to buy expensive paint in order to get a beautiful look. So anyway, a little more housekeeping. I would like for you guys, I'm going to have a small little giveaway later today, this evening, and it's nothing huge, but what I would like for you to do is just to make sure that you guys are following me on Facebook, or actually like my page on Facebook. A lot of you haven't liked my page yet, and I'm switching over from my regular page, which I want to just keep maybe to just family, to my artist page. So I would really appreciate if you guys went and liked my page, and I will go ahead and I will go ahead and put up the link to my Facebook page and also my YouTube page. So I would really appreciate that. I mean, I have all kinds of social media pages that you can go and follow me on, but those are kind of important because that's where I would keep you guys posted on stuff. So there you go. I just posted the links for you guys, and let me see. Give me just 1 second. So hi everyone. I see that there's a lot of us on here. Hey Sarah. There's Betsy and Barbara, Shelly. I really appreciate you guys stopping in. So yeah, like I said, as far as paints, that's what I would do. I'd just get the regular colors and mix from there. So let me pull this guy out. It has a little instruction booklet. Okay, I'll make sure to enable links in just a little bit. Or if one of you can just copy my Facebook link and put it on there, I would really appreciate it. That would be nice if someone can do that. So I just removed the top sheet off of that. Make sure you save that. Don't throw your packaging away. The best way to store this is in its original packaging. And as you can see, there's some like air bubbles in there. That's fine. That's not a problem. Let's see. So how do I enable links on here? It's censored, huh? Okay. All right, what I will do is at the end of the video, I will go ahead and add all the links on there. And if you look at my Ustream page, I made a comment and I added all my links there. So here we go. So what you're also going to need is a brayer, and I have this speedball one. Any one that you have will do. Even a old credit card will do. I mean, I have like all of these old Starbucks cards, and you can, as long as you don't gouge it, you're fine. So let me take some of this paint and take some of my favorite colors and just put some on here. And that may have been just a little too much, but we'll work with it. And just add some colors there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my brayer and I'm going to start spreading these colors around like so. Super pretty. And I will be looking at the chat periodically. I'm a little weird like that. If I'm crafting, I can't do two things at the same time. Well, I can, but yeah, I can't do this right now. So let's see. Give me just 1 second, and I am just going to take some of my stencils, and for stencils, yeah, you guys like the colors, eh? Okay, that's good. So give me just a second. There we go. So I'm going to take this circle, these like wonky circles, and I'm just going to take a sheet of paper and I'm going to rub it on here. And I usually like the second print. The first print is nice, but the second one I think is always just a little more beautiful than the first. And I'll show you guys. Look how beautiful that is. Ooh, so pretty. Let me grab another sheet of paper. And I'm just going to pull this guy off. And so not to waste anything, I have my junky I grabbed it backwards, but that's okay. And I'm going to put this baby on here, and I'm just going to go over it with the brayer, like so. And that way I'm not wasting any paint, and I already have a ready-made journal page right there. And then I have a tub with water in it, and I'll just dump this one in there, and that way I'm sure that I'm not ruining my stencils. And now I'm going to get my ghost print, which is the second one. All right, and let's see, let me read this and see where we are. So you guys still can't see the link. All right, we'll get the link at the end for you guys. And look how cool this is, you guys. This is what the ghost print is called, or what it looks like, excuse me. So I'm going to set these aside to dry. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Set those aside, and I'm not going to clean this because at the end we're going to work on a project together real quick, and I want all of these colors to meld together. So I am going to take some pinks and add it to this. Just a little paint will do. And this vibrant green. And let's see, what do I want? I want this blue again. I like this blue. It's like, what is this one called? Sky Blue Light. And there's a little piece of paint there that I want to remove. Where did I leave my... Noise in the background. I'm doing laundry, you guys, so yeah, I'm multitasking that way. Life happens. It cannot stop. Anyway, so grab my brayer. And let's see. On this one, I want to take this cool stencil, and there's glitter on that, but that's okay. And we're going to take another piece of paper. Now, if I were doing a book with these pages, I'd take my brayer and go over the back with it, and then I'd have 2 ready-made pages. And since this stencil has a lot of blank space between the letters, I really want to get in there and kind of press down. And this is what I got. Okay, hang on. So let me take a quick look at the chat. I'm being told that I need to look at the chat. So Let's see. Is somebody worrying about my clothes wrinkling? No, it's okay. It's in the dryer. Anyway, so thanks for worrying. I appreciate that. And then again, I'm going to get my other journal open and see, this is where I kind of like do all my sketching and just all my wonky stuff, and then just pages where I just throw a bunch of sprays and whatever. And here's that ghost print that we just got. And right now, I'm going to take this one and I am going to add it right here. And I'm going to go ahead and press down on this guy. And you guys will see how cool this is. Check that out. Super cool. I'm going to throw this one in the water. Put my book aside. And let me get my ghost print from here. So in essence, this is jelly printing, you guys. It's very simple, very easy, no big deal, and a lot of bang for what you're doing. It's just a few colors of paint and you get all of this. It's very cool. Very, very cool. And since I didn't clean this guy off, I'm just going to take this sheet of paper because I want it for backgrounds, and I'm just going to go in here and wipe it down this way. And then you've got a ready-made background right there. All right, so let me take a few more colors and then we'll move on to making a project with all of these cool backgrounds. And let's see, I want to take, what color do I want? I want that green, and I want this turquoise green. And I'm going to take again some of that sky blue. And actually, I'm going to go with a fourth color, and I'm going to use this orangey color. This one's just orange. Just a tiny bit of that. And you can mix it as much as you want or as little as you want. It's basically up to you how much you want to mix. And for this one, I think I'm going to take this cool one. And this stencil is by the Stencil Girl. I love their stencils. It doesn't quite fit this round one, so I'm going to have some spots in here that it's obviously not going to pick up too much, but that's okay. It'll still look cool. So you guys pick up some paint at Dick Blick. I have a local Dick Blick, and I pick up a lot of my stuff from them. Especially when the you get a 40% coupon every once in a while, and that's kind of cool. How cool is that, you guys? Isn't that beautiful? And again, let me pull my journal out. And I'm going to go ahead and stick my stencil in here. And you'll see how cool this is. And the ghost print on this is probably going to look spectacular, you guys. See how cool that is? What's being censored? They can't see me? I'd like to know what's being censored. Can you guys not see me, or is something, what's going on out there? Somebody let me know, please. And I'm just taking my stencil and water real quick. And then I'm going to get this one. Ah, the links are being censored. Okay, that's fine. We'll get it at the end. We'll make sure that you guys get all the links. Look how cool that is. What? And got it. My personal page is the one that's being censored. I see. Okay. We'll get that in a little while then. And I'm just picking up whatever paint is left over. Okay, and now I'm just gonna clean it up. Oh, you can get the jelly plate at, I'm sorry, I'm just like in a really bad angle, you guys, and I'm not getting all of the comments. So the jelly plate, you can actually pick it up at lindystampgang.com. There's a bunch of other places where you can get it as well, but Lindy Stamp Gang does carry it. So all you need to do is just hop on to lindystampgang.com and you can get it there. And then, let's see. Let me pay attention to the comments for just a second. Okay. Does anyone? Yeah, any cheap paint works. Let me show you guys. Let me clean this off, and I'm going to show you guys that pretty much any paint works on it. I've used metallic paints. I've used all kinds of paint on here with no problems. So like for instance, let me move this over. I have some of these paints in here. And you can use like these. This is Americana, and you can use it on that. What else do I have in here? This is the plaid ones, the apple barrel ones. You can use the Lumiere paints, basically any paint. And I got mine from lindysstampgang.com, so you can go there. No, not Wendy.com, it's Lindy's, L-I-N-D-Y-S, stampgang.com, and that's where you can get it. Many places carry it, but like I said, that's where I picked mine up. You can actually use your sprays on here as well. How do I clean off my brayer? Okay, so right now I just stuck it into a little thing with water. But basically I just rub it off on one of my journals, and then I have a ready-made page. And right now I'm just making sure that I have all of the paint off of my jelly plate. But here is my here's my brayer, and you just want to clean it off. I dump it in water. A super cheap way to actually clean your brayer off, and it'll clean absolutely everything, like all this gunky stuff, everything, is actually a dollar store find, and this is what I mentioned last week, and I said I was going to post it up, and I didn't. And this is called LA's Totally Awesome, and you can find this at the dollar store. Super cheap, and this stuff removes all of the paint and gunk off your brayer and off of your rubber stamps. So that is a super easy way. But as you can see, I put it in water, and it cleans it up fairly well. I'm putting that one to the side, and here I'm just adding water to my jelly plate with a paper towel, and yeah, that pretty much cleans it up. And like I said earlier, this is being recorded, so you can watch if you came in late, you can watch the beginning part of this and see that the way I condition it when I'm going to put it away. But at this point, I'll just put the plastic sheet back on top of it and just put it away back in its plastic container that it comes in. You don't want to throw away the packaging. That's one thing that I do recommend, is don't throw away your packaging. And then you lay it down flat somewhere in your studio or wherever it is that you craft, and you're done. Okay, so let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Let me get some of this paint out of the way. Meanwhile, if you guys want to get your coffee or your tea, let me put these here in front of you guys so you can see some of them as I put some of this stuff away. It's turned out really pretty. I don't have a lot of space on my studio desk, so I need to put some of these paints away real quick. So bear with me. And what we're going to do next is I'm going to pull out a canvas, and we're actually going to put a canvas together real quick. So let me move these to the side again. Somebody getting a cup of coffee. That's cool. Anyway, so I have a canvas here, and this guy is, let's see, I'll tell you right now, this one is a 10 by 10 canvas. And today what I'm going to do is, let's see, bear with me for just a second. The camera. I am going to take some of these, and I just put my paint on, didn't I? Okay, let me pull some of that out. So I want to add some paint to my canvas real quick. Scene flash. And then I'm just going to take this, it's like a bristle brush, nothing special, and I am going to paint the edges of my canvas super quickly. And let me take a quick look at the chat real quick. Okay. So I'm going to use some old packaging as a palette. So yeah, I recycle quite a bit of things, guys. Some of that paint. And I didn't tell you the colors. The colors that I'm using are Titanium Buff Deep, which is this one. This one is Sky Blue Light and Turquoise Green for my background. And I'm just going to take it and As you can see, I didn't wet my brush. It's just a dry brush where I'm coming in and I'm just going to make, just making marks. No rhyme or reason, just coming in here and adding some color to the canvas. I'm going for something a little light and airy, so I'm using these colors. Just any old way, just slap on some color, don't be afraid. Let's see. Now, like I was saying earlier about not spending too much on your projects, I am a little lucky. I have a bunch of stencils and supplies and things, but I've also been doing a lot of arts and crafts forever. So it takes a while to build up to, you know, having a lot of supplies in your studio. But what I do recommend is, like, for instance, if you have punches or if you have dies or if you have some way to make, even if you're good at drawing, you can draw up your own stencil, cut it up, or take an X-Acto knife and make your own stencils. Let me show you this. Like, for instance, this stencil right here, it's actually not a stencil. I picked this up at Daiso, and it was a package of 6, if I'm not mistaken. And this is actually to strain water when you plant things. So, and this is just perfect for me because I can make wonderful backgrounds with this, use it as a stencil, but it's really not a stencil per se. So there's different ways of you to get around not having some supplies. So real simple little tip there for you guys. Then I'm going to take a little more color, and I put my palette over there. So I'm just going to, then I'm going to water this guy down a little, and I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to add a little more paint to the edges. Okay. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, guys. All right, and what I'm going to do now is kind of sacrilege, but I'm going to take my beautiful jelly prints that I made, and I'm going to rip them up. No! Okay, so let's see. I am going to take this one right here. And just give me just a second. One second, you guys. All right, so I'm going to take this guy and I am ripping him out. I know, didn't that hurt? Okay, and what I want is no rhyme or reason. I'm just going to take this guy and I'm going to take some of my matte medium, and it's right here. And again, this is Liquitex matte medium, but you are welcome to use any type of glue you have. I mean, really, it's not necessary to go out and buy this to make your project. It's nice to have, but you don't need it to make a cool project at all. And I'm going to take this guy. And I don't throw any of this leftover stuff. I will have a, actually I'll have a Ustream later and show you guys the different things that you can actually make with all of this leftover stuff. You can use it for mail art. The class last week was on mail art. And I'm just cutting it up into pieces, and all of these I'll just throw into a bin, and it could be used later for different things. This one right here, this was just cleaning up the brayer, if you guys remember. And I'm just pulling it apart. And I think for now that's good enough. Once you're jelly printing, you'll notice that you get carried away. So like for instance, I did all of these sheets and I might not use all of them. So yeah, let me see something real quick. Okay, so let me move these things over. And if you hear a shutter in the background, my lovely daughter is taking pictures because I will pretty soon make an announcement, and I'll give you guys, since you guys are here, I am going to give you a little information. I am making a class on, it's going to be a workshop, and it'll be a downloadable workshop for you guys on backgrounds and different things. So I will have that information for you guys soon. So I have a little bit of extra added pressure today because I have Miss Photographer here behind me taking pictures as we speak. Now I have this old brush, and well, it's not that old, but it's a Simply Simon flat comb brush, and this is the brush that I use on my matte medium. And what I do before starting any project is I run it through some soap, like regular old, like Dove soap or something like that, just soap. And or you can actually go fancy and buy one of those you know, painter soap that there's out there, and run it through that, let it dry, and then when you go back and clean your brush, you're not ruining them, because it gets ruined. It's going to get ruined regardless of using the soap or not, but that's a little tip for you guys. If you use soap on it, it'll take longer, it'll last longer for you. So let me give this a quick dry on the sides because it's a little wet. I'm going to give this a little dry because the paint's a little wet. So see, I got on my brush. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I've been working on an online class for you guys. There's so many tips and so many things that we can't really touch on in, you know, in a Ustream or in a YouTube video. But I'd love to teach you guys in thrifty ways of getting really nice projects. So I think that's good. Put that one to the side. And we get that makeshift palette that I have. And I'm going to go ahead and add some of my matte medium to it. I'll have tips and tricks for you guys in that workshop that I'm working on right now. I know that's so redundant. How to make your own matte medium, how to make your own Mod Podge. Well, I can't say Mod Podge. How to make your own glue. Scratch that. I didn't say that, did I? Anyway, so let me remove some of these little sides. And before I go, let's see. I'm going to add these to my page. Just any old which way. No rhyme or reason to it. I really like the way that this was like the simplest one ever. This one was just the brayer with some color, and it turned out so pretty. And I don't really want it going in a particular way, just I'm going to use these letters. I like those letters. I think I'm going to add those first. All right, so I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to add some of my matte medium on here. I have another little surprise that I want to share with you guys in just a little bit here, so as we work on this. Okay, and this paper is kind of thick, so I'm going to have to add quite a bit of my matte medium so to keep this down. Anyway, so let's see. Now I want to add this guy right here. And my paint on the canvas wasn't super dry, so it's coming up just a little bit, but I don't mind at all. Honestly, it's not a big deal. It'll just give this more character. I used, the cardstock that I used was, which one did I use? Oh, okay, this is Nina, something Crest. I will give it to you guys on the video, on the description box. And this one is 80 or 90 pound cardstock. This one here, hang on. This one is 80, this one is 90. It's a lot firmer. So I use two different ones. And what I do personally is, since I go through so much of it, I'll just go to a place called Gelli Paper. I don't know if you guys have that. They sell all kinds of different papers and things there. And they distribute to like huge companies. And I'm just going to go straight onto my canvas with some of this matte medium. Yeah, and I just buy it by the ream there. It's a little costly. I think it's like $39 for a ream, but I go through so much paper that to me that cost is okay. Yeah, so it's not a big deal because of I go through so much of it. And as you can see, I'm having to add extra matte medium. I think I should have just used my heavy one, but that's okay. We'll get through this. Okay, and let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and pour some directly on. Okay, let me take a quick look at the chat. Let's see. Oh, Barbara, you get your paper there. That's cool. Yeah, I like to get my paper there. I think it's a more economical way to get it. Because if you order from somewhere, at least that's been my case, you only get like maybe 10 or 12 sheets and it gets expensive. And to me, I'd rather just buy it by the ream. And I use so much, like I said, I use so much of it that it's just easier for me to do it that way and more cost effective. Yeah, if Ustream is freezing on you, just give it a second and it'll work itself out. So just give it a moment and it should be fine. Where do you get what? Somebody's asking me, Betsy, you're asking me where do I get it, but I'm not sure what it is. The paper, if we're talking about the cardstock, I get that at Gelli Paper. And you can do a search for gellipaper.com, I think, and it'll tell you where you can get it locally. Okay. So let's see. Let me take some of this matte medium, the extra one that I've put on here, and take it off. Some of my words. That's okay. Like I said, it just gives it character. And I'm going to start drawing this one in just a second. And I'm going to add this one right here. So as you can see, there's really no rhyme or reason to how on placement. Just all right. And then that guy goes in the water, and we're going to dry these. Okay, move all this to the side. Don't throw any of this away. This is like gold, you guys. You can use it on another project. And we're going to go ahead and dry this guy. It's probably going to take a little bit, so let's see. Like this. Anyway, so let me take a quick look at the chat as we're drying this. If you have any questions, now's a good time since this is going to take a little bit to dry. Enjoy a little bit of your coffee or your tea. I have my tea right here, and this guy is Bigelow, and it's red raspberry herb tea. Yum. Super yummy. Who's got gold? I want gold. What's going on? We were talking about paper. We moved on to jewelry. I love jewelry, you guys. So I really want to give this a good dry before we go on. Ah, the ripped papers. Yes, definitely. You guys are funny. My jelly plates are gold. Yeah. I definitely got some people's attention. And as I'm drawing this, I'm going to grab one of my baby wipes from in here. Now, isn't this cool? Like, seriously, when I had my kids, they didn't have these cool containers. Found this container at Target, and I thought it was the coolest thing. And it's got, like, Huggies, I think, in there, but it's like, super, super cool. Clean this stuff off my fingers as we get this going. Okay, that's good enough for right now. And now I'm going to pull out my gesso real quick. And during that workshop that I'm going to be holding, I will teach you guys also how to make your own gesso, how to make your own chalkboard paint. So I have all of those recipes. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy all kinds of expensive products. You can actually make some of these yourself. So I have some gesso here, and what I'm going to do is I am going to take this template here with the circles, and this is one of my favorite templates. I do a lot of sketching of girls' faces and things, and sometimes for some reason or another I cannot draw a circle to save my life. There's just no possible way that I can just get a right circle, or sometimes I can't get the eye straight. So I have these stencils here that help me out. So if you guys are into drawing girls and different things, these stencils are it. And they're like $5 or $6.99 or something like that at Michael's. And yeah, they work fabulously. So what I am going to do right now is I'm going to take some gesso, and of course my phone had to go off, right? I didn't put it on mute. And I'm just going to throw some gesso right here with my palette knife, and clean that off, and I think that's good enough for now. And what I'm going to do is I want to add some little circles down the side here, or semicircles, excuse me. So I'm just going to take the gesso with my finger, and you guys, that's like the best brush, your finger. Remember kindergarten, I do all the time. And I'm just going to go down the side. I miss kindergarten. No judgment. By the way, that's something I have not mentioned here, and I should. This is a total no judgment zone. So if you're a judger, there's no space here for you guys. I'm sorry. I know that sounds rude, and I'm not really a rude person at all, but yeah, when it comes to judgment, yeah, there's no judgment allowed here. So nobody makes mistakes. Everything's cool. So, see? Let me go down the side. I may need a little more gesso. Yeah. Oops, and I made a boo-boo, but that's okay, you see? Look, you just wipe it off or leave it there and call it part of your art, because it's art. Nobody can judge it. No judgments. You miss eating paste? Oh my gosh. You know, I don't recall eating paste, but you know what I used to do? I would take Elmer's glue and put it all over my hand and then just peel it off. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. And to this day, I love the smell of crayons. I just love it. I'm like a crayon junkie. I know that sounds terrible, doesn't it? But seriously, it's, yeah, I just love the smell of crayons. When you walk in and you smell crayons, I just love that. Anyway, I wasn't going to go all around my canvas, but I think that after seeing it, I think I like it, and that's what I'm going to do. Just because we can this evening, huh? Okay, take a little more gesso. Wow, there's like a 15 or 20-second delay, and I can actually hear myself. My daughter's here with me this evening again, and she's helping me out. And she's got her laptop going in the background, and I can hear myself ever so. She's got it super low, but it's like 15 or 20-second delay. That's crazy. So I keep wiping this off. And hang on, let me Glue It, I Can Do It. What's your name, Glue It, I Can Do It? That's so cool. Yeah, no rules, no mistakes, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, don't be afraid of mixed media. It's a lot of fun. It's actually very liberating because you can do whatever you want. No problem. Add whatever you want. No problem. Okay, so I'm done with those semicircles. And where's my wipe? Let me grab my wipe real quick. And clean my palette knife real quick. And give this a dry. Hi, Heather. Okay, very cool. That's your crafty motto? I love your crafty motto, yes. Awesome. How are we doing on time? 6:57 in my time zone. Okay. You know, I used the gesso in white because I said I was going to keep this nice, light, and airy, but gesso can be colored. You can color any medium. You can color matte medium. You can color gesso. You can color fiber paste. So, yeah, give me 1 second. Oh, you got the Evite from D? Yeah. Is D here? I haven't seen her. She said you guys have to remind her. So I don't know what happened. I hope she can make it. If not, I'm still recording this, so she'll get to see it. Anyway, so as I was saying, you can color your different mediums up. You don't have to keep everything white. I mean, they sell white gesso and they sell black gesso, but you can have brown gesso. You can have orange gesso. It's up to you. You just add a little color. Like for instance, I design for, I'm actually an educator for Lindy Stamp Gang, and she sells something that's called a magical mica, and you can add magical micas to pretty much anything you want. It comes in a powder, and you can just add it and have any color under the sky because she pretty much carries every color under the sky. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, you could just go ahead and add it and color up your mediums. So I want to make sure that this is pretty dry. Let me show you what the magical micas look like. They come in packages like this, and this is really super beautiful. And actually, this is glitter. Let me get one that's the actual magical mica one. Here we go. This is what it looks like. They come like this. It's super cool. And it's a powder, and you can mix it up and be ready to go. It's super awesome. So when stuff doesn't dry fast enough for me, because I am an instant gratification type of gal, I will take a trusty napkin and clean it up. What time is it in your time zone? You wish it's 6:57. What time is it? Where are you guys? Last week I asked you guys where you guys were from. So what states and what countries are we looking at this evening? Last week there was someone from Australia. It was pretty cool. So here we are, and we can actually call it a night here, but of course I'm not going to do that, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to try to emboss on top of here and see if it'll work. Ah, New York State, that's cool. And Minnesota, that's cool. I've never been to Minnesota. I was actually born in New York. in the outskirts of New York. So not really necessarily a city girl. I was born way out in the outskirts. And yeah, ended up here in California. Oh, we've got Edmonton. Wow. I've never been there. Well, I went to Canada as a child, but I don't recall anything, so I really want to go back. And Barbara, you're in California. Where in California? I'm in California. Is it raining where you are? Because it's pouring cats and dogs this evening. So I am going to take this stencil here. And what color do I want to use? I want to use... So I have my Lindy Stamp Gang embossing powders. Oh, you're in Huntington Beach? That's cool. Yeah, I've been there before. It's nice there. I was born in Long Island. I was born, I think, I was born in Astoria, Queens, but I lived in Old Westbury, New York. So that's where I lived, and then we moved from there. And then I ended up here in California. So, and I love it here. It's awesome. Yeah, we need rain, definitely. You guys are to blame for the polar vortex? Oh my goodness. Yes, I suppose, but yeah, we're not judging here this evening, so it doesn't matter. All right, so let me pull some of these out. And this one is called Geranium Coral Blush. And I want to use this one this evening. Look how pretty, you guys. And these are all two-toned. Super awesome to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Stampendous Clear Embossing ink, and that's what I'm going to use. Let's see. I'm not sure what hospital. I just know it was Astoria, Queens. That's all I know. Honestly, I don't know. That's a good question, huh? I have to ask my mom. I'll get back to you on that one. Yes, these colors are gorgeous. Definitely gorgeous. So this canvas is like kind of flimsy, like it's jumping up and down. It's not flimsily made. Ugh, that was a mouthful, right? It's not flimsily made, but it's jumping up and down a little. So let's see how good of a job I did at getting this on here. I need to clean that off. It looks like it might have worked, so we'll see. Yeah, it did. See? So I'm going to heat it up with the embossing gun in just a moment. And but first of all, I want to save all of this because you can't throw out all that goodness. Yes, those are micas. And I got something in my embossing powder, which I don't want there. And let's heat this guy up. And I'm going to hold it a little bit closer to the camera. Hopefully that won't burn my camera. I'm going downward, so we'll be fine. And then you'll see as this one goes how pretty. Can you guys catch that there? Maybe. So beautiful, you guys. So amazingly beautiful. Look at that. Oh, let me get it to focus. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, there. Do you guys see that? That is so pretty. All right, let's see. Another supply you don't have. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll see. Maybe I can work something out so that we can do a giveaway later on. Not today. Today we have a specific little giveaway that I talked about earlier. And I asked you guys to go and make sure that you like my page. And this wasn't completely dry, so I'm going to hit it again with my embossing gun. And let me take a quick look at the chat. So if you guys are interested in this particular set, this one is called Mermaid Seashell. And when I say the set, I'm talking about the embossing powders that I'm using for this one this evening. And you can get it either in a set or you can get it individually. So, and these are the colors that come in that particular set. Really pretty. So now I'm going to take this blue one and I'm going to add some more, but I think I'm going to go this way now. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just making layers, layering this up to give it a really cool and unique textured background that's layered and super pretty. And again, this is by Stampendous. I bought this a while back, so I don't know where you can get it now. So any clear embossing will do, clear embossing powder. And this color here is Morning Glory Azure, and it's really pretty blue color. So I'm going to go and add that in here. And it's giving it just like a subtle hint of each of the colors. It's super, super beautiful. And you'll see that as it turns, it'll super gorgeous. Yeah, when you buy Lindy Stamp Gang products, it's yeah, it can get dangerous. You'll want to have absolutely every single color, because absolutely every single color is gorgeous. And I'm going to put this up to the camera so you guys can see how awesome that is. Look at that. Do you see that, guys? It's really pretty. One of my favorite colors is called Tibetan Poppy Teal, and I just love that color. It's so amazing. Let's see. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a darker color, and this one is from, this is just an individual one you can buy, and this one's called, I cannot read it. I think this is Raspberry Plum. So, and in a second you'll see why I'm adding this color, but I really need it as an accent somewhere on this page. And I think up here is fine. I'm just going to add it here. Yeah, you have to start using it, Sarah. You can't just leave it there. They'll get mad at us if we do that. So, yeah. So this color right here is definitely going to be super bold as opposed to everything else that we've been using. But like I said, I really want this pop of color up here. And let's see. So right here I kind of missed a little. So I'm just going to take this little tool here and I'm going to fix it. Although really we don't have to fix anything, right? There we go. I really want those lines to come through, just a little. Just like so. Oh, I'm so happy that you guys, that I'm inspiring you guys. Oh my goodness, that's so sweet to hear. I really appreciate that you said that. That is like my whole purpose. If I can come on here and do what I love to do, which is create pretty things and inspire someone to go and do it, that just makes my evening. Thank you so much. Who's having a D-stash sale? I've tried doing that and it doesn't work, you guys. It just doesn't work because, like, I'll take things out of one pile and put it into the D-stash pile, and then I'll go back to the D-stash pile and say, oh, but I really want it because X, Y, and Z. I'm going to use it. And then I end up keeping it, and guess what? I don't use it. Anyway, so I'm terrible. Very terrible at that. See how pretty? Look at that, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and add maybe a little bit more of this color. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. Let's see. I'm going to add a little bit more of that raspberry. And I think I'll do it right here. Maybe I'll go sideways. Haven't done that, so we'll do that. Just a tiny bit. Like I said, I need a little accent, and you'll see why in a second. The shipping in Canada is too much. Well, I think you guys can get it from, what's the name of that one place? Hang on. My brain isn't working. Give me a second and I'll remember where you can get it from. Fab Scraps, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. So I think in Canada you can get it from Fab Scraps. And again, I think I grabbed the wrong side of my stencil, and it's doing this. But then this is mixed media, and it's supposed to be all messy and, again, judgment free. So if you're judging, who's judging? Stop judging. Anyway, so now what I did is I printed out a quote earlier, and the quote says, vulnerability sounds like truth and feels like courage. Truth and courage aren't always comfortable, but they're never weakness. So, and what I did is I printed it out on book paper. As you can see, it's still taped to a sheet of paper. Ah, Fab Scraps, you never know what'll show up in your mailbox. Oh, interesting. Okay. No judging. All right, thanks, you guys. Anyway, so I've taken this book paper and I've added tape to it and put it right through my printer. Super simple. And I stole this quote from Pinterest. So, Pinterest police, it was me. It was me. I confess. Anyway, and what I'm going to do is actually a reveal. I told you guys earlier that I needed to add these the raspberry color for a reason, and the reason is being that I am finally going to show off one of my girls. I think I did that on Instagram a little while ago, but here is one of my girls, and she's being made into a stamp. So let me know if you like her. If you guys like her, I probably can get a digital download for you guys. But anyway, this is one of my beautiful girls that I draw. And let me get this. I'm going to cut her out of here, and I'm going to add her into my canvas. So I'm just going to, like this. This is making you crave sorbet? Yeah, it is, huh? It's like walking into those cute little yogurt stores. You love her? Well, that's cool. I'm glad you guys like her. Yeah, so what I did is I drew her with my Copic markers, my black markers, and then I went ahead and I painted her with my Copics, and this is what she looks like. So I'm going to add her on here somehow, some way. You like her eyes? Thank you. All right, and I'm just to keep in the same fashion, I'm not going to cut her out with scissors or anything. I'm just going to tear all the sides off, like so. If I can. There we go. Yeah, and I think I'm going to add her right there. And let me grab some of my matte medium. What did I do with it? Right here. Oh, you guys, it's storming so bad. I mean, they were going to like ration our water and do all kinds of crazy stuff. And today we have thunderstorms. There's down south, I think there was like a tornado warning and all kinds of crazy stuff going on with the weather. She has Irish eyes. Okay, she looks Irish. Just saying. Okay, cool. Anyway. So what I did to her before the show started, I printed her out, obviously, like I said earlier, and what I did is I added some of the Krylon workable fixative, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. It's a little bit of an investment. It's not that expensive, but it's something good, and that way none of the color comes off, and this is what it looks like. And actually, if I went ahead and I added this over my whole project, I can go ahead and color and then add another layer and color. Okay, I'll show you what I'm using in just a second. So yeah, anyway, so like I was saying with the fixative, you can just go ahead and add and then add some more stuff over it. So I really enjoy using that. And then as far as a medium, someone was asking, I use Liquitex matte medium, but then again, you can use pretty much any medium you'd like. You can use Elmer's glue if you want to. Really, anything you want. Yes, she's on the same cardstock. And as you can see, I'm going over her and over her, and the paint's not bleeding or anything like that, and that's because I use my fixative over her. This one right here, and it's called Workable Fixative. You have to, though, make sure that you do this outside. So I kind of opened my door and I sprayed it outside because this stuff, the smell is just very caustic. It's super, yeah, it's bad. You were wondering about that? Yeah. It's smelly stuff. Super smelly. Yeah. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be doing this class with you guys this evening if I smelled that. I'd probably like keel over or something. Anyway, so let me dry her up real quick, and then we're going to add, actually, let me do that now as we speak. So I'm going to tear my little saying out, and we're going to add that. And then it's 7:20, so I want to keep you up till 7:30. I know some of you are in different time zones, so I don't want to keep you up too late. But I'm tearing this guy out, and I'm going to add it like right there. And let me get some more of my matte medium on here. And then we'll tie it in together with some of the colors, and we'll soon be done. If you guys want prints of this canvas, you can personal message me, and we can make that happen. I can have those for sale if you're interested. you can have a high quality print of the canvas for yourself. And let me go ahead and dry this. Oh, old lady, no, you're not. Oh my goodness. I wish I could hold these a little bit earlier, but life happens around here. I have 3 kids and I have to bus them all around. Well, actually 2. One's in college. And I end up busing them around. You know, we're the bus lady. We're not mom. We're chauffeurs. Anyway, so I am going to take my, where is it? This is Daler Ronnie, and this is acrylic artist paint. And I'm going to add some. Here's 73. Oh my gosh, that's super young. What are you talking about? Super, super young. You guys are so funny. Okay, so. All right, so what I'm going to do is actually, I am going to make some marks. This is one of my favorite pencils. It doesn't have to be this brand. It's just a charcoal pencil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around some of my edges with it to give this some depth and just go over it with my finger like so. And like I said, I want to keep this nice, light and airy, so I don't want to add too much. But this will make it so that the picture kind of jumps off the page a little. You see what I mean? It just gives it that little bit of depth, enough depth so that it's coming off the page. And I'm going to do the same thing around my quote. And like I said, the quote, basically what I did is I took an old book, ripped a page from it, added some tape on a sheet of paper. Oh, you like when I use my charcoal pencil? Thank you. Yeah, I love my charcoal pencil. It just gives things a little oomph, and I really enjoy that. So, and I might go around these guys, but I'll do that maybe off camera in a little while. And what I'm going to do now, oopsies, oopsies, I had a happy accident because I can actually use this. So, I forgot it was open. But I'm going to add some drips. And this is called my banging effect. You want to bang on your table and make a lot of noise, and if people don't like it, well, it's too bad. So let me grab my trusty paper towel, and I'm gonna pick some of it up, and then I'm gonna add some drops here and there. And let's see, I want to kind of cover her, and here's another. And I want to cover my, there we go, cover my little, and it's going all over the place, and I'm happy with that. I want that. And you can do this in any color ink you like. Let me just pick it up. And it went in our hair. I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. You like the banging technique. Okay, I'm glad you do. I like that. I just go around, and then you want to, like so. Can you see how pretty? And if I don't want it going that way, I want it going back the other way or sideways. And it gives it really pretty. It's not Liquitex. This guy is Daler Ronnie, and I'll pick it up in just a second because I made a mess earlier, so I'll show you guys. Here's another color of the same brand, and it's this guy right here. I'll show you guys. And you can get these at, I picked them up at Big Blick, so I'm pretty sure you can go like 18 more or one of those places and pick it up as well. I'm so glad that you guys like these colors. Thank you. And then don't be afraid of this, you guys. It's perfectly okay. There's something called a scrubby, and I love that to death. So, and it works super well. And it'll take all this stuff off your hands, no problem. And that's it for this evening, you guys. This is my project. I think it turned out pretty cool. You tell me what you think. Yeah, and like I said earlier, if you guys want, you guys can personal message me on Facebook, and we can make it happen. We can get you a copy of this evening's canvas. So let me clean this up a little so you guys can see it. It's this one right here. Who's showing off? Oh no, somebody's showing off. Oh my goodness. Okay, I hope it's not me. Anyway, so our giveaway this evening, and like I said, please go ahead and go and just hit like on my page. I will be, like I said earlier, I am going to be transitioning off. I've been doing it since January, but some of us are not paying attention too much. Not you guys here at the chat. I know you guys are wonderful. But yeah, I'm going to be transitioning off of my Facebook page onto my artist page, so I would really appreciate if you guys just go over and hit like. That would be cool. And if you guys go and just subscribe to YouTube, that would be nice. So the giveaway for this evening, it's already in a little box for you guys. So I have some chipboard letter, and it's this one says Believe, and all of this will go in one box to one lucky winner this evening. And I have these older Mary Engelbright books that you guys can make into mini books. So 3 of those, and it's gonna go to, let's see, who remembers, let's see, who remembers what? Give me something, give me an idea, you guys, so that way I can give it to someone, and we'll have a drum roll here. My kids are in the background wanting to do it's your box? You're too funny. Who remembers one technique from last week? Okay. Just one technique, you guys. Mermaid seashells, we used that this week. Cheater. That's so funny. Okay, I'm going to have one of my kids pick one of your names out. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Shazmi, where are you located? Yay! Okay, so Shelsney, you get it. That's it. The kids picked you out. There we go. Woohoo! All right, so wonderful. What you need to do is go on over to Facebook and send me your address, and I will get the box out to you. So go ahead and we'll do that. Yay, bead gel. Yes. Very good. All right, so you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you subscribing and coming in this evening and sharing this wonderful time with me. I will see you guys next week on either Wednesday or Thursday night. I will give you heads up with enough time so that you can make time to come see me. So congratulations to Shelby. Go ahead and send me your information. Once I get off the chat here in a moment, let me stop the recording. So have a great evening.